I never thought trimming hedges could lead to handcuffs, but when a wealthy woman sets her sights on something or someone, she won't take no for an answer. My name is Daniel Brooks, and for the past 3 years I've made an honest living as a traveling gardener. My job was simple: show up, work hard, and leave without getting involved in my clients' personal lives. That rule kept me out of trouble until I met Veronica Hastings. She was a widow in her late 40s, draped in designer silk and the kind of arrogance only old money could buy. Her estate was one of my most expensive contracts, a sprawling mansion with gardens that demanded constant care. At first she was just another client, then the looks started, the lingering glances, the unnecessary touches on my arm as she thanked me for my work. Then came the invitation. "Stay for a drink, Daniel," she purred one afternoon, watching me from behind her oversized sunglasses as I packed up my tools. "You must be exhausted, a little wine won't hurt." I declined politely, her smile tightened. "You don't drink, or is it me?" I made up an excuse about having another client to get to, but from that day forward she made it her mission to wear me down. Compliments turned into outright propositions. When I continued to turn her down, her flirtations soured into something darker. "You should be careful, Daniel," she said one evening as I prepared to leave. "People in my position, we have a way of making problems disappear." I laughed it off, but deep down I knew she wasn't joking. Then 2 weeks later the police showed up at my door. Assault. The charge read like something out of a nightmare. Veronica had accused me of forcing myself on her in her own home, providing a sob story complete with fake tears and a carefully curated display of distress. My world turned upside down in an instant. I was handcuffed, thrown into the back of a patrol car, and treated like a criminal before I could even process what was happening. The media caught wind of it. "Wealthy widow accuses gardener of assault." My name was dragged through the mud. Clients cancelled contracts. Friends looked at me with suspicion. I lost everything overnight, but I wasn't about to go down without a fight. With the help of a relentless attorney, we picked apart Veronica's story. The inconsistencies, the missing security footage, the lack of physical evidence. We dug deeper, and what we found changed everything. Veronica had done this before, more than once. Men who had rejected her suffered unfortunate consequences. A former chauffeur arrested for theft. A young chef blacklisted from working in town. I was just her latest target. When we brought this to court, her carefully crafted image began to crack. Witnesses testified. Past employees came forward, and finally, under pressure, she slipped. "He should have just said yes," she muttered under her breath, unaware the microphone had picked it up. The courtroom fell into stunned silence. The case was thrown out. I was free, but freedom came at a cost. My name would always be attached to the accusation. My business had suffered irreparable damage. And Veronica, she walked away with little more than a slap on the wrist, just another rich woman who thought the world bent to her will. She underestimated me, because if she thought she could ruin my life and move on unscathed, she had another thing coming. But that's a story for another day.